I should have been pulling security more, but honestly, at that point, I was pretty done with this mission. it was it was pretty exhausting. All right, what is up, guys? We're back with Door Kickers 2. So we have King of Hearts. It's one of the newer missions from the update. Secure and extract enemy HVT alive. Eliminate all terrorists. The Hitherto, unidentified leader of the insurgency in the northern belt, turns out to be hidden in plain sight, a wealthy landowner and regime advisor. We've tracked the perps after a bloody green-on-green event, and it leads us straight to him. Capture and evacuate the HVT. This mission is as important as it gets, but don't rush to your death. There's a small army currently on the property, and we can't afford to wait for darkness. Go in through the back, use superior marksmanship and firepower to gain the upper hand, and fight your way to the evac point in the front yard. Okay. This is not a hostage rescue. We don't need to go dynamic. There is this HVT escape area that's newer. So what we're going to do, we're going to keep the team together because we can split them up top and down below. We only have an 8-man team. If we had like a 12-man team or something, I'd be okay with a 4-man team being up here and moving this way, while the rest of the 8-man team move from here, and then probably a 2-man or 3-man team come through here to cut off that extraction area. But we only have 8, so I just want to keep them all together. So what we will be doing is we'll be moving through. Obviously, we're playing with the going in blind mod, so you can't really get a good look at what we're dealing with. Looks like a lot of glass on this side. Because, I mean, you'd be able to see this through your recon, so a lot of glass. Yeah, this whole side's glass. Well, that's already off to a fantastic start. We also have this, like, maze over here. We will not be clearing that. We're just going to pull security on it as we move, because that would be an absolute nightmare to have to clear while only having an 8-man team to also breach this residence. So that's the plan, though. It looks like we won't really have too many issues getting in, considering this is all glass. Looks like there's a lot of glass here and a lot of glass here. I think the biggest thing is going to be trying not to alert anybody to our presence or get them too worked up, so we can have time to get a team around this way. Because once we get this cut off, we can slow it down significantly. But we will have to move a little bit quicker just to try to get back here to cut that off. So we are also playing with the FBI HRT as well. These guys are all rocking 11.5 inches with suppressors, and then we have 2 shields for our entry team. So we'll have 2 shields and 4 long guns for our entry team, and then we'll take 2 guys to come around to the backside. So that's the plan, but again, we're going to have to get eyes on to really see what we're working with, because you can kind of tell, like, without the even with the going in blind mod, when you pick the mission, you can kind of get a layout a little bit of the house or structure, but it's pretty small and you can't make out too much fine details. So, but this is what we're working with. So, let's get into it. All right, guys. So from this point on, I'm just going to play the replay, because this was like over an hour mission. I don't feel like you guys want to watch over an hour of this, so we're just going to watch the replay and then do the debrief.
Thank you. I won't forget this.
You're safe now. Hands behind your back! Primary target secured.
All right, guys. So that is the King of Hearts. Not gonna lie, that was exhausting to say the least. Our initial plan to come through this way was shot down pretty quick, and to keep the team together. Um, as soon as we got here, it was just dudes pouring in, freaking dudes with DMRs engaging us, RPG. At that point, we just had to pull back, separate the team, try to have a couple guys come through this way to open up some more lanes of fire on them and more angles. Um, we were able to get rid of a couple guys over here, but then that also was determined to be pretty fruitless. Um, and they started engaging us and pinning us down. So I just pulled us back from that breach point, pulled us back from this breach point. We ended up making a decision that we needed to make entry through the maze, so we have some concealment. Um, we ended up just working through the maze and clearing it all out, which also opened up more avenues for us to engage from. Once we got this pretty well situated, we started pushing everybody up. We pushed two guys over here. Once we got to here, though, this is where our HVT was, as well as a hostage. They were able to get rid of them, and the HVT started taking off. Well, we already saw that there was a wall here, and we would not be able to get through that way. So the only thing that we could do to try to prevent him from escaping was literally just chase after him. So we covered some ground, and then just before we exited into this living room, whatever, we got our guns back up, and luckily he surrendered and just didn't keep running, because he would have made it. Yeah, so we got the hostage started following one of my guys. I told him to stop. He stopped right here, and then some dude came from this way and was able to get eyes on him through like this crack, I think. And none of my guys could see him because of these pillars. And then he ended up just engaging the hostage. So at that point, we extracted, got everybody grouped up back at this. I mean, I'd call that our last point of concealment, or last point of cover, prior to the house. So we made it back to our LPC, and then at that point we moved up as a team on this side. And the plan was we would use a wall charge here, but we didn't have a wall charge. So then the next plan was, well, we'll just make entry through this door and then work our way through the house. Well, this was just like a closet, and it stopped here. So then I was like, well, we'll just break out a window and climb through. Well, we broke out this window, but you can't get through here. But then I also realized, oh, the HVT won't be able to climb windows because they can't climb windows and door kickers for some reason. So then I was like, well, screw it. So then we cleared out this window as well, climbed through, started pulling security on this hallway, pushed the rest of the team through here, because this was all cleared space. We knew that, pretty sure we had eyes on it close to the whole time, if not the whole time. So I was like, this should be pretty freaking clear. We still had some guys that were checking corners and stuff, whatever. And I didn't realize I left this guy here. I just realized that I left this guy here. I was wondering where the shield guy was. Anyways, so then we pushed through. We blocked right. The rest of the team flowed through. Then we blocked left. Again, this is just an extraction. This is not a clear, so I'm not even going to mess with closed doors. Then blocked right again, got to this opening, and the last guy we had to kill was like right here. And then yeah, we got it done. Little upset that we lost the hostage, because And again, that wasn't even an executioner, and it kind of seemed weird that a grunt, just some random grunt would just start executing a hostage, not knowing the full scope of what exactly was happening. I mean, because you think about it, lowly terrorist who just killed um, this high valued hostage, and you don't really know what happened because we could have been getting our asses beat, you know, and the HVT's still good, he's still secure, whatever else the case is. There's still more reinforcements coming in, and then you killed the fucking high valued hostage that could get you guys something. You'd probably end up getting killed if if the guy you're protecting and is your leader survives all this and doesn't get captured. He'd probably kill you and be like, why did you kill our hostage, you idiot? We had it under control. So yeah, I don't know. He basically just came through and was like, oh, there's our hostage. Like, yeah, so that was kind of silly. Either way, I did do a poor job on the extract. I should have been pulling security more, but honestly, at that point, I was pretty done with this mission. it was pretty exhausting, especially this maze. Trying to clear this maze and just the little nooks and crannies that you had to get. Good times. So, anyways, yeah, I should have done a better job pulling security as we extracted. I also didn't realize I should have known this, but I only had my shield guy here with his pistol because I pulled the rifleman that was with him into here for support because we had so many angles for extracting the HVT. Because we had the HVT here, we had a door here, bad guys coming in from here, and we knew that this was cleared space. So I needed one guy to get the HVT, one guy to hold these angles, and then one guy to hold this angle. So I had to pull him off, not realizing I pulled him off. So then he was no longer watching this area. Well, the shield guy was, but he's trying to shoot a pistol at like 75 yards while carrying a shield. Like, okay, good luck, man. Maybe even 100 yards. I don't know. I don't know the distance here. Probably about 75. But yeah, so that is all I got, guys. This was a long mission. I would highly recommend checking it out, though. And I'm pretty sure one of the only ways you could really do this mission is entry through the maze. You may be able to do some like sneaky squirrel suppressor stuff where basically the enemy's just idiots and they don't realize that they're getting dropped. You could possibly do that, but since we had the pistols and pistols engaged, they were aware, as well as the wall breach. But potentially all suppressors through the gate, you could probably get rid of quite a few guys without them knowing, because you can't hear suppressors in this game. Yeah, guys, that's all I got. I'll see you on the next one.